Meanwhile, speaking to News First, Nadeem Majid today on the sidelines of the Eisenhower Fellowship South Asian Regional Conference in Colombo, a keynote speaker at the conference, Professor Ataur Rahman, former Pakistan Minister for Higher Education and Minister for Science and Technology, expressed these views.
Yesterday in your presentation you were talking about some very important factors like the investment in education. Now, during your time as the Minister for Science and Technology and later as the Minister for Higher Education, you did some remarkable things in terms of increasing the investment. Would you care to explain?
Yes, I convinced President Musharraf that the way forward for Pakistan, if we want to get rid of poverty and if we want to move forward in the process of socio-economic development, is to invest in our real wealth, which is our children, our students. So there was a 6,000% increase in the development budget for science and technology and a 2,400% increase in the development budget for higher education. I think Sri Lanka has to follow the same path. Sri Lanka has a lot of talent. You have a bulging young population, but you are spending only about 1.8% of your GDP in education.
Compared to 3.5% 15 years ago.
Compared to 3.5% 15 years ago. So actually I could understand previously because of the war effort your investments in education had gone down, but this is no longer an excuse. Sri Lanka has to invest in education, in science, in technology and in innovation. In Pakistan we changed the entire scenario by giving salaries to professors which were 5 times the salaries of federal ministers in the government. I am very concerned to see the situation in Sri Lanka where because of the neglect of the higher education sector there are teachers on strike, and I think it is high time that your president, who is himself a very visionary person, can take this matter in his own hands and decide that Sri Lanka will spend at least 5 to 6% of his GDP on education, and especially on higher education and on science and technology, because that is the way forward and that is the road that Korea, that Singapore, that Malaysia, that other countries who have progressed rapidly, even China. Tony Blair was once asked, when he was the Prime Minister of UK, what are the 3 top priorities of your government? And his reply was education, education and education.